All right. Well, we should be live. I'm never sure because, technology be bad. So hopefully folks will let us know if they can hear both me and the players. Players, say something.
Something.
Something. Yes, exactly.
Something.
Darn it, something. I was muted.
All right. So
We're
we're
good.
back with some Shadowrun PbtA style, powered by the apocalypse, and we are we're knee deep in it. Knee deep in it. The Azzies have made a show. They've got a trail on you guys. So let's see who our victim players are tonight. Jeff, who are you playing?
I am playing Gantu Praboa, who is a dwarven street samurai with a dip into face, who's got a big old hammer fist and a shotgun and a mechanical leg.
Very nice, Chuck.
Hey, I'm Chuck. I am playing Ivan, the spellcaster of the group and also the moral compass. Totally not
You
stealing that out
bastard.
from under Steven. Yeah, I'll start fires, and despite what Scout says, I'm good at my job.
Speaking of Scout, Steven?
I'm playing Scout, the ex-cop, and I am the true moral compass of this group, the Jiminy Cricket of sorts, in that I follow along and take the brunt of the adventure, and they're all happy to have me despite the problems I cause. Isn't that right, guys?
That's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That sounds convincing.
All right. So your levels were peaking out there on my audio. So just people watching, just give me a thumbs up if it sounds all right or if they're starting to distort. But let's go ahead and get into this first. What happened last time, guys? It's been a month since
Yeah.
our last game.
Mhm.
We went like
As
way outside the city to a military base or an old
Yeah.
military base. I got another job application for
did.
security.
They didn't want to give me one.
They did not want. Well, I mean, that just makes sense. Look at you.
Yeah.
And
We got attacked by chickens.
We got attacked by chickens.
Yep. We were turned invisible for most of the session to sneak
That's
around
true.
through the space.
Yeah,
I did do
we-
that. I'm great.
you
yeah, we-
are pretty effective.
Cut
Yeah.
through the chain link fence, made it into one of the outbuildings, and found a secret door or elevator with a button on a desk, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And that took us to an underground bunker with a whole bunch of cool gear and cars and storage. There was a nice break room, I remember.
Mhm.
And I think they found us out because we set off an alarm in the bunker, right?
Something happens. I remember we got
Yeah.
into the van and it had tie-ins to security cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Aztec Corporation show up and looking scary.
Yeah, so we took an alternative exit in that van.
Mhm.
And then I believe we switched back to our van that we left in the desert.
we took it off-roading
Yeah.
and broke it.
Mhm.
Yep.
But then we had to go recover our van because they were very magically inclined, and we were worried that if they managed to recover anything from us, even like a hair, they could use it to magically track us.
Yeah, because they know how to use magic. That's right.
Shut up.
You were
So
invisible for a long time. I feel it's okay, Ivan. You're all right.
All right, I appreciate that. So yeah, then we murdered some people. It was Scout's idea,
Yeah,
and we got our van back.
he's very bloodthirsty.
Mm-hmm.
He is,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Just a wanton disregard for the laws. It's amazing.
I
It's
mean-
amazing. It's no wonder his wife left him.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I think I had two rules for that mission, which was we don't steal anything, we don't kill anyone. And I think we broke both those rules.
Oh, we did
I
definitely.
don't think we ever agreed to the rules, though. To be fair,
I guarantee Gantu agreed. I think Ivan was crossing his fingers, but Gantu said he
I
would
didn't
follow
say
the rules.
nothing about. I mean, not stealing something. That doesn't sound like the answer.
That doesn't sound like you.
I would have agreed to it just because I think it would have been good fun to see your face when I broke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you did.
Well,
Yeah.
fair enough. So yeah, you did retrieve your van. They had already pulled out the seats and were thoroughly going through it when you guys assaulted them and killed them, murdered them. Murder. It's murder. But you got your van back. in some semblance. The question was, where are you going to go? So clued Ivan in that, so mages are able to track magically DNA left behind on the scene. There is a spell that is able to clean things out. Did you decide to grab that spell, Chuck, or did you have the didn't have the ability to grab
My
it?
spell is fireball.
Yeah, okay. Which in itself cleans lots of things, right? So right. So the question is, where are you going? You've got this really uncomfortable van right now because you just kind of threw all the seats into the back and didn't really set them right. So whoever's driving is just kind of squatting behind the wheel.
I feel like maybe Gantu, since he's a dwarf,
Yeah.
is just standing upright. He's just standing upright on the floor, and everything's fine.
Goodness for cruise control.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I might keep this.
Yeah, because I guarantee you guys wouldn't let me drive. So
Yeah, it's fair.
Sounds right.
So yeah, that is the question. Where are you heading, knowing that your normal domiciles may have been compromised at this point?
Well, usually we would fall back on Techno, but he's still in the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
So,
feel like we're
something
gonna
might
need
have
to get
happened to Techno, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna need a techno backup. So I feel like we're gonna have to find somebody that can do.
well,
Like
I
the
can
tech-
always cross train. I can start learning some tech skills here and there.
Oh gosh,
start
you're not
picking
even
up
good
some-
at the things that you're supposed to be good at.
You don't know the things I'm supposed to be good at.
I know.
You guys do have another backup that you've used in the past for information. You guys remember her?
Kaylee.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So I feel like that's
My ex-wife's name was Kaylee. I prefer not to go near that. That
Oh, that's
just brings back
definitely-
such bad memories.
definitely where we're going then.
Yeah, don't worry. She would never go for you. She likes men with spines and women with spine, and pretty much anything with a spine.
So did my ex-wife.
Mhm. So yeah, I feel like we kind of have to go because we have stuff, right? We have things. We have we have like a physical. We have like a physical series of files that I grabbed,
Mm-hmm.
but we
Yeah.
also have a pan from one of the people that we killed.
Mhm.
And then we still had like the onion documents from inside of Morlock's home.
Oh, yeah.
That we were taking layer after layer of, but we really only got like the first layer of that. So, and that's stuff that none of the three of us can dig through
No.
that tech. So,
Yeah, let's go see Kaylee.
yeah.
Well, Kaylee has only ever been accessible on the net. And no one's ever met her physically. So someone's
Yeah.
going to have to plug in somewhere and do some job.
I'm pretty sure she was an initial contact of Gantu's way back in
Yeah.
the day. So more than likely, I know a way, I would imagine, of reaching out to her. Even if it's not directly, I can like put up a balloon somewhere, then she'll know to contact me, even something like that.
Mhm.
But also on the way back to city, like we could physically go through these files too, because we do have like this
Yeah.
big old folder. That's something that whoever's not driving could potentially do while I'm
Okay. Scout and I can start digging through those while you driving.
Who's got the pan that you pulled off one of the Aztec Strike Force guys?
I grabbed it, but since I'm driving, I'll hand it over to Scout or Ivan to take a look at.
Oh,
then
Scout, you can
yeah,
take this.
All right.
There's a little blood hanging from it still.
Scout.
Piece of skin.
Go ahead.
What do I got?
Go ahead and do me a stay frosty with awareness as the key.
Hey.
Okay. You notice that the unit's off, but every once in a while, there's a red light that pings on it, telling you that it's still sending and receiving information.
Okay, so
Tracking
this
us?
has a red light that's beeping, guys. Is it a bomb?
It is probably not bomb. They're probably tracking. Let's see if we can turn off, pull battery,
Yeah.
put in
I mean-
airplane mode.
You pull the power cell, and the light stops blinking.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's not turning on anymore.
You are a special person, my friend.
I just don't understand how you got to be a cop. Like,
Or maybe you
Through
do.
proper
Maybe you do.
groundwork, detective work. You don't need technology to be a good
you were a
cop.
street cop. What do you know? You were an investigator.
Exactly. You gotta be able to put in the steps.
Bert, this is a question I think Gantu would know, but I'm not sure if Jeff would. The pan, would we expect to be able to find like local files on the pan that might actually help us, or is it more about like
think
what
of it as a
that
cell
can
phone.
connect to?
Yep, think of it like
Okay.
a cell phone. So if he's got data download onto it, sure.
Okay.
Most people, this
Yeah.
also acts as like their credit cards, their ID, and everything else, like all that stored on generally. But you do know by looking at it though, this is not like a personal pan. It looks like a corporate issue one. So it might be locked to some very specific apps, very specific data.
Right. Again, it's something that we're going to have to hire somebody to do.
Yeah. I don't even have hookups for interfacing with that stuff, so I have no idea. All right. Well, I'll start going through those files.
All right, sounds good.
I can go through paper files too. Yeah.
No,
I can do
no.
that.
Go ahead and let Ivan handle this.
All right, so there is a specific move for doing research. Let me find it here.
Hit the books.
Yeah, hit the books.
Let's find hit the books. Hit the books.
Advanced move.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, that tells me what it is. I want to roll it.
Actually, I don't. Hold on a second. That's not it. There's another one that's similar to that, but it's not quite the same. Hit the books is like how you prepare yourself.
Citation needed. Yeah, citation needed.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's a button to roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Is it not
Okay.
working?
It is not working for me. It's tied to craft. I'll just roll my craft test. Oh, oh God, that's real bad.
All right. Yeah, so it's just dense. There is a lot of information in here. A lot of it looks like you're seeing like the stamps are like top secret, ultra top secret. Your eyes will explode if you read this without the right. There's stamp after stamp on this stuff. It looks like a whole bunch of missions that were ran covert op style. A lot of it is really dense. A lot of it uses jargon you just are not familiar with at all. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'll just throw it out there. I do want to remind everyone, English is not first language for me. And this is using some really advanced English.
I mean, bureaucracy is my forte. We have to write up reports all the time back on the force.
Scout
You
this.
want me to take a look at this?
This definitely may be your time to shine. You read this.
You guys
I have
are
many times to
basically
shine.
both sitting in the back, now that everything's cleared out, and you're just passing papers back and forth of interest. You can go ahead and make the same roll, Stephen. Nice. Okay, so it's going to take some time. So right now you're basically just getting an outline, right? It's gonna take several more hours of research to get, clear pay data out of this. But yeah, these are definitely missions that were ran, and they're highly illegal too. Like they were doing things extra additionally that they had no power to do, no legal. A lot of them are wet work missions. They went out and killed people in high positions of authority, that sort of thing. One thing does stand out though. There is, we'll just call it Project Bad Dragon, and it is linked to the Atslans. It looks like almost 2 decades ago now. This team was used to take out someone fairly high level down in South America that had something to do with the beginnings of the Atslan Corporation.
Ivan, you're reading this. Look at this. You're reading this, right?
This is, Bad Dragon. I did not know that they had government contracts. This is quite odd.
Well, I don't know if this counts as government contracts. So this is highly illegal. This is some shadow government, if anything.
What do you expect from mega corporation? They They do not play by rules. They make the rules to keep others from playing their game.
We gotta get this to the cops. This information
Oh,
can. I mean, I know it's
see,
old, but there
here
should
you
be
go again.
repercussions.
Here you go again, jumping to the worst conclusions. We do not go to police.
Well, I mean, who else do you take? These are records of illegal
No.
operations happening. Who else do you give this to?
No, friend, you're incorrect. These are not records of illegal operations. This is now pay data.
Pay data.
Gone to as they're
You
talking
don't
in the back.
surely.
You
Surely
notice-
you don't expect to make money off of this.
You notice that there is a helicopter. It just goes by you. It doesn't really stop, and it doesn't look. You're not positive that it's actually tracking you. Like you're on a highway now. There's lots of traffic around you. Helicopter just kind of buzzes past you.
Boys, you turned off that pan, right?
We pulled battery.
Yeah, it won't turn on.
Okay. Well, we got some eyes in the sky. Not sure if they're for us specifically, but
Traffic starts slowing down.
Was there identification?
no. Well,
You didn't catch anything on the tail fin.
we might got a checkpoint or something up ahead. Can I see if I could look ahead and see what's going on, or if there's
You
like a
can.
radio station for local traffic issue or something like that?
Smart. You tune in to the local traffic, and yes, it seems like there's an accident ahead. Law enforcement is making sure that it's safe and clearing traffic around it. Expect a half-hour delay. Is what it's saying.
Okay, that ain't a
Maybe-
coincidence.
Maybe I should scout ahead.
Yeah. This can't be a coincidence, right? We're coming back and like they're slowing us down. They're looking for
This
us.
is not. They
No,
are looking for
Traffic has not come to a standstill. It's just slowed down. You've been going from 75 down to about 25, but it's still moving.
Okay.
So if they're passing people, it's passing very fast. Like they're not doing extensive search. Is not what it seems like.
Okay. Clean everything. Make sure everyone's cleaned up, like blood, all that kind of stuff, in case they do flash a light in here.
us. Okay, I'll patch up. Bert, on astral projection, what kind of movement do I have? Could I astrally project up to?
There's no limit. You can, yeah. Astral projection is like a speed of thought, so it's very
Okay.
fast and you can go very far. So you can go ahead and try and do that.
It's a bit slower for Ivan, though.
Shut up. I'll follow Gantu's thing real quick and make sure I don't got any obvious blood on my body. But then, yeah, I want to hop up there and take a look and see if I can catch
Do,
wind on anything.
It's been a bit. Do you need to make a roll for astral projection?
I do.
Is it
I need
is
to
it
do a
move?
craft
It's a
roll.
move. Okay.
No, it's craft. Is
Okay.
it craft? It says craft.
Yeah. It's a move is
Okay.
what I was asking. So
Okay. I got a 9. So for astral projection, 7 to 9, partial success. Project quest is more difficult. GM will have a separate challenge for you to overcome.
sure. So you project out, and you see that there are, a few other mages that are. This is a fairly high trafficked area, so of course, those that can do. So there's other
Yeah.
people that are projecting out. And they're kind of just shrugging at each other as you're going forward to see what's going on. There, in fact, is Lone Star up front, but there's also a black van. Looks very, no markers, no plates. Looks very military. You've seen these earlier on, and the traffic is being like they're just letting everyone go unless they're in a van. Like they're having all the vans pull off, and they're doing extensive searches of the vans.
I'll slip back.
Okay, now here's
Relay.
the challenge part.
Oh,
of
oh.
what you rolled.
Yeah.
They have mages too that are in the astral and kind of watching, and they see all these working class mages coming to check things out in the astral, and they're just kind of looking everyone over. Now, make me a stay frosty. Let's see if they got your signature and if they're able to pull you out of the crowd. This is going to be based on your presence.
Presence, sure thing. 11.
Yeah,
There
apparently
we
they don't
go.
have you tagged as they're again. You see these astral projection of these Aztec warriors in the feathered headdress, bare, very muscular upper bodies, and the feathered kind of kilt-like things, and they're just kind of sitting cross-legged, floating in the air, and they kind of just scan the group of you that are coming forward, and they just kind of wave you away. So you were not recognized.
All right, cool. Yeah, I shoot back to my body and relay that information. They are searching every van. They've got mages looking for us. We've got a problem. We have a big problem. We are, as they say in old country, properly fucked.
What's around this area? Is this like a highway, like a
Yeah,
desolate highway, or
it
is
is.
there
It's
like
desert.
commercial centers?
It's desert either side. So, like this is just the strip between cities. So there's not a lot. I mean, you did pass a gas station, just a minute or two ago. Other than that, it's just open desert.
Well, I mean, seems like we got one of two choices. We get out of this van, we give it up, and we find, or we wait, or we push through and hope that they don't recognize us specifically, or that your cleanup magical mumbo jumbo is enough to get rid of anything that might get them mages to notice something about our place.
One thing that I do worry about is they know they pulled all the seats and everything out of our van.
Yeah,
All of our seats are in jumble.
that's a good point.
I have a suggestion. It is not good. You're not going to like it. First thing we do is steal another car.
We can't do
I mean,
that.
I'm fine with that. That's okay. Yeah.
Second thing we do is torch this van.
Torch is that's metaphorical. Right.
No, I mean great ball fire.
We torch this van, we make off on foot.
Gantu's got like 2 payments left and he owns it.
I'm so close.
I know. Listen, I do not like this. This van has been our home. This van means much to us. But if we leave one stray hair, if we leave a toenail, if we leave, a chewing gum hidden somewhere, they will track us.
Okay, you're right. There's a gas station a ways back. We could try to double back in a way that doesn't make it look freaking obvious. How far are we from like the checkpoint area? Are we in visible range of it? Like, can we visually see it?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, let's like turn around if we can and head back to that gas station.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So describe how that happens. You're on an interstate. It goes in one direction.
Barrier?
Is there another exit?
I tell you what. Roll me 3d6. Just nothing.
Okay.
We'll make this a luck check, as it were.
Got it. 3d6. It's 11.
Okay. So it wouldn't make sense if they would put up a barrier and there would be an exit, before
Right.
you, because they wouldn't catch you. But there are a couple of service access roads. Those small roads that
Mhm.
highways seem to always have every 20 miles or so, and that would get you into the next lane going in the opposite direction.
All right, that's what we're gonna have to do, I think. So let's do that.
All right.
right.
So you come upon it fairly quickly. Whatever's going on up front, the checkpoint is still far enough ahead that you can't see them. Hopefully it means that they can't see you. The chopper is not flying above you currently, so it's not hovering. It looks like it's gone further down, so they're checking to see if maybe you've already gone past the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So you turn off onto this access road. There's a few honks behind you as you make the quick cut. You bounce around a little bit of gravel until you're able to join the highway on the opposite side, going in the opposite direction. Traffic in that direction is sparse. Most of the traffic's going into the city instead of out. So, you have a few cars on this road with you, but not many. So it does, from the air, finding a van in this smaller amount of traffic would be much easier. But you are going in the opposite direction, heading back towards where that gas station was.
Okay. Does the gas station have a drive-through car wash?
I'm not going to make you roll. That's a good roll earlier. Sure. Yeah, it does. It's also got one of the dog wash stations, too.
Scout, this is good news for you.
What? Why?
Because you stink.
It's also kind of a convenience center. The tractor trailers pulling up, gassing up. There's a small garage bay there. it's mostly automated. Like you can purchase tools and stuff like that, but there's not like an actual mechanic. There is a convenience store. Yeah, so it's a fairly large area. There's a lot of tractor trailers that are pulled in, looking like they're stopping for food. The grocery store has a very small diner attached to it.
Well, I mean, for now, we can just pull in to a parking space if we need to. And then just a question of what time of day is it? Is it nighttime, dark? Is it evening?
This is late afternoon, not quite evening. You got several hours before it starts to go dark.
Well, we need to steal a ride, but do we wait for nightfall to do that? I don't know.
Can't steal a ride, guys. Why don't we just wait till nightfall anyway, see if the checkpoint's still there? I mean, they can't keep the checkpoint up forever.
They had a helicopter looking for us. They have financial resources to keep that checkpoint going. And then if we do not pass through checkpoint in the amount of time that it should, I imagine they'll send a helicopter back out and search area.
Well, we park the van in the car wash then.
You can't park it for multiple hours. It's going to draw attention. I was just thinking of like a quick escape in case.
What if we have a flat tire?
Those things are automated. You could still kind of get out of it. Plus, it draws attention.
If there are, you said this like a truck stop. Are there like semi trailers?
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Are there the semi trailers
without the cargo? So like you've got some that are just the truck, and some that have the truck and trailer.
Are there any that have those ones that haul vehicles?
Let's have another check. Good thought, Chuck. 3d6, nothing added to it.
Okay.
Wow.
11.
It's your lucky day. Yes. It's a whole bunch of electric cars.
Maybe we find the owner, we pay the money, we get our truck loaded onto this, and then we just hide in the van as it goes past checkpoint.
How are there any other, like you said, electrical cars? Are they all like Tesla, like small electrical type cars, or are there a variety of models?
Utility. Some of them are like Jeeps. Jeeps are really popular in the area right now. Some of them are subcompact. Some of them, there are a few vans.
Okay. All right. We can try that. I'm down for that. Or what we can do, we could put it on the thing, hide in a different van on the thing in case there's a backup, and then
search.
Yeah.
And then if they stop and they actually catch onto our van, we light it on fire and fight our way out.
Then the question is, do we bribe the person who's driving, or do we just take them out and one of us drives?
I like that idea.
Bribe. We bribe.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something, Scout. Theoretically speaking, if you did something that's questionable ethically, right, and some law enforcement and some private security paramilitary folk were to press you on whether or not you did that good or bad thing, and you have no direct connection to the people that you're protecting, how long and how much pressure would it take for you to crack?
Well, there's a flaw in this hypothetical. I would never do something immoral, so the situation would never come up.
Right. You, sir, have an amazing sense of blinders on to your own behavior.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry that I've been drawn into this conspiracy by my own employer. If anything, I might have a lawsuit against you.
Yeah, okay, buddy. You go ahead and bring up that lawsuit, and I'll go ahead and get that reward for turning in this serial murder.
You, so I'm not going to have papers served, but we got to stay on the right side of the law.
I don't think you can even afford a solicitor to actually serve the papers, but
I believe I'm getting a share of some of your nefarious deeds.
You're getting a share of the nefarious deeds, but I could have swore you just said you don't do nefarious deeds, but yet you're taking a share for it. That in itself seems morally questionable.
To prevent more nefarious deeds from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you guys currently parked while you're having this out? Are you in
I think we're at
near the
I figure we could do a car wash thing. That's fine.
Just do the car wash like 10 times, so we're always in the
just it was really dirty, and it's buying us some time out of sight.
Oh, you can pull into the one that does the pet wash because that's not automated. Like they just have
Okay.
the wands and everything
Okay.
that you do it yourself.
Just hosing down Scout the hose. And I'll do a good hose of myself because
Yeah.
I did like rip a dude's spine out or something and covered myself in blood. So I'll make sure I'm hosed down pretty well.
I'm pretty sure I was nowhere near that fight. I don't think I did a single roll.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds right. All right. So you've pulled into the pet wash. Honestly, it doesn't look like these get a lot of use. Like the pay terminals that you just buzz your pan near are kind of dusty. Some, half of them don't work. The vending machines for like the shampoos and stuff, half of them are empty. Doesn't look like this gets a lot of use, but everything does work. So like if you, well, that's actually the question. How are you paying?
That's a trap. The
It's a trap. Where's our tech guy when we need him?
the money stick from that other company, that's not tied to us.
Okay, good. Yeah, you slot that chip. It takes a few creds off, and the water hose is ready, and it's got the shampoo wand and everything else there, and it is covered, so you can't be seen from the sky.
And wait till we have to explain to this like regal old, that guy, like,
Yeah.
why are there charges for 17 car washes? I could be clean. Okay, so how do we want to go about getting our van onto the truck? Like, do we seriously we could try to sneak it on? We could try to like bribe the guy, or we could take the guy out and steal his ride.
I don't think we could sneak it on like that. There's a ramp that needs to be put down. Chains. There might need a space to be made.
I gotta tell you, I don't know how to do any of that.
I can do that stuff. Scout, he's blue collar. He can handle that.
I can try and fast talk him, but
Yeah, so you guys you hose yourselves down, eat most of the blood off, which of course leaves you wringing wet, but no big deal. Most of your clothing's all synthetic fibers anyway, so they dry in an instant.
I think we should go with fast talk / bribe. That I think is the thing.
okay. Our story then is like, hey, yeah, just curious. Do we want to do the whole like, hey, our car's not really working, and we will pay you if you help us get it back to town?
I don't even think we want to do that much. I think we need to say, here's a shitload of credits. Put our truck on. You've never seen us. You've never heard of us. This van was loaded when you got the rest of them loaded. That's it.
Okay, let's do it.
Never thought I'd say this, but I think Ivan's right.
Right.
And then if he disagrees, we murder him and
Yeah.
take his truck.
Then we
So-
should
And you
shove his
lost
body.
me.
Yeah.
I'm with you until you just got to lose me like that. Come
Well,
on.
then you better hope that Gantu can do the talking of sweet.
You can leave your van inside the
Okay.
pet wash area because there's no conveyor, there's nothing to move it along, so you can just leave it there while you go inside. Go to the convenience store. It's actually fairly busy. A bunch of truckers are, just buying necessities, 6-packs of beer, some food for the road. You see that there's a little sign, that they've got the restrooms. They also have a little sign that says coffins this way. So coffins mean like coffin hotels. So they probably have little sleep cubicles that truckers can take quick naps in, or a few hours sleep in, that sort of thing. Off to the left as you come in, there's a small dining area, kind of glassed out, so that it's got good aspect of the sun out there. You can smell bacon, you can smell eggs. It's like a little 24-hour breakfast place. It's probably all soy, but it smells good. Essence of bacon, TM. All kinds of stuff in here. There's clothing, there's hair dyes, all kinds of like just every little knickknack you can think of that they can possibly sell on these truck drivers here. There's a very squat woman. You don't know honestly if she's just short human or a semi-tall dwarf, but she's at least twice as wide as she is tall. And she's got one of these back scratching things, and she's sitting there just kind of taking care of herself while she's watching Tridio on a screen as you guys come in. You can see that most of the truckers are sitting out in the little breakfast nook having some food, coffee, that sort of thing.
We talked to lady and asked for owner of this truck because your truck, you saw the kittens crawl into engine compartment.
Who's doing that?
That sounds like a good idea.
That's Gantu. Gantu, you're the sweet talker.
Well, hello there, little lady. How are you this fine evening?
Okay, so this is going to be a make them sweat seduce roll. Let's have the roll first, and then we'll see how
Oh,
it goes.
God. It's like, well, let's see. Make them sweat.
/ seduce.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. What is it? Presence?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I had to change the roll really quick. All right. Wait, where'd it go? Ah. 12.
Oh my
there you
God.
go.
She gives you a big smile, oddly perfectly white teeth, best looking set of teeth you have ever seen. She turns to you. She's actually really attractive. Disconcertingly so. She kind of looks you up and down, and, just kind of passively at first, and then just gives you a big smile. It's like, well, what can I do for you, dearie?
Oh, well, you already did half of it, which is make my day better. But the second thing, my friends and I are just curious if, do you keep track of all the truckers that come in and out? We just want to find the owner of that there rig over there.
Yeah, so she gives you like her undivided attention. She just kind of leans over the desk. It groans under some of her weight. She's like, well, honey, most of the truckers here are repeat customers, so I know them pretty well. Which truck are you looking at?
Well, that one right there with all them electronic vehicles.
Oh yeah, that's Daniel's. That's Daniel's rig. Yeah, he's taking a nap right now, kind of sleeping one off.
No, well, yeah, we all been there. What kind of man's Daniels?
I'm so sorry. What did you say? I didn't catch you.
What kind of man is he? You reckon him as a collaborative sort? Is he, how do you take his measure?
Well, he's not as handsome as you are, but he's a pretty upright fella. I mean, he's been known to cook a book now and then to make sure that he gets paid right and proper.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Is there something wrong with his vehicle out there?
No, well, we just wanted to have a little word with him. That's all. No, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it at all. No.
Well, she kind of turns around and she kind of makes a few flicks, and the Tridio turns into like a data display. It's like, well, he's only got 15 minutes left on his coffin back there, so he should be coming out soon.
Okay, well, that sounds wonderful. You know what, boys? Why don't you go ahead and peruse the place for a bit and see if there's anything of use around here? We got ourselves a few minutes before old Daniels comes on out. I'm going to talk a little bit more with Miss. I'm sorry, what is your name, sweetheart?
Well, my friends call me Patty.
Patty. Well, that is wonderful. My name is Bruce Springfield. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, howdy, Bruce. Why don't you come on and take a seat back here? I got another stool.
I think I will. Thank you. So I will walk back, hop up. There you go. Boys, why don't you go find something else to do for you?
Yes, I will peruse greeting cards and learn more English.
I will also peruse greeting cards to learn more English.
Yes. Greeting cards have gotten a lot more direct in the future. One just says, I'm sorry, you're a dick. Things like that. So again, there are a lot of truckers. So the greeting cards and the maps and all that, although they're all digital, they're plugins for your pans, they're chips. Pretty close to the dining area, and you can see, like, again, there's a bunch of people in there. Something you did not notice on the outside because you did not see a car. There's a couple of Lone Star officers having breakfast. They got their hats off and just kind of sitting down talking to some of the truckers. One of them looks like he's asking him questions. He's got like a little notepad out, an actual notepad, and is taking notes on them. Again, you didn't see a car out there for these two officers.
It's not good.
And again, Lone Star is they are police, but they are the hired kind. Okay, so
Yeah.
they're not like state police or anything like that.
Was seeing Lone Star because initially I was like, I just want to kind of station up front, kind of towards the window, so I could keep an eye out for helicopters or black vans approaching. But now that Lone Star's got me kind of curious. I might actually head back out to the van.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can lay down and hop out astrally and see if I can eavesdrop on them.
Okay, let's have a roll. In the meantime, what's Scout
Ooh.
doing? Like, do you tell Scout what you're doing, Ivan?
Actually, no, I just realized I can turn invisible. So I'm just going to turn invisible for that. So I'll just find
So
a
I'm
place
just
to kind of.
next to you with a greeting card, and I look over, and you're just gone.
Yeah.
All right, let's have the roll.
Let's
could be
see.
like-
So it's just spending. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see you while you sustain the spell. So it doesn't look like it takes a roll, or am I
It always
incorrect
takes
on
a
that?
spell casting roll.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have to spend the points on it.
The two things. So it'll be two points to spend it, and that's going to be. Oh, I got my cheat sheet up. That's what I need to do. Grab a mage. This is an illusion spell. Do you know off the top of your head what that is?
It should say in the. Hold on, did I put it in the book in here? Spells.
Oh, there it is. Presence. Yep. I'll roll presence. Oh, I got a 13.
Okay, perfect. All right, you're invisible.
So yeah, I'll spend my 2 essence, slip invisible, and I'll just go and kind of stand next to them and just listen to what they're questioning those people about.
Okay. Actually, it has nothing to do with you or Atslan at all. It seems that Trucker kind of skipped out on his wife, and they're trying to track him down.
It's fantastic news. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Ivan. I might accidentally bump into you as I go up to the Lone Star guys and talk shop.
Okay.
Things were going so well.
Oh, man.
I can I'm standing there, I'm invisible. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a huge weight off. Like, okay, they're not here for us. And then I see Scout walking right towards me, and I'm like, nope, I'm invisible. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank them for their service first of all. If they're getting a meal, obviously I'm gonna offer to pay. And I'm gonna say, I myself am a keeper of the peace. I worked up in the 14th precinct. I had some personal issues, so I'm taking a leave of absence. I got a lot of respect for a fellow brother, fellow law enforcement.
All right.
Did you recognize him?
Yeah,
And if there's anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
Yeah. Roll me 3d6.
It on the news is a murder.
minus your presence.
All right, so that would actually be a +1 because a negative.
So you actually have a negative presence?
I have -1 presence.
Then actually it does. Yeah, you just are unnotable.
So I get a +1.
Yeah. That actually helps in your favor. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I am on fire
You
tonight.
have been on the news for like weeks. I mean, you're like third page news now, but you're still getting play all over the place, but you're just so average.
Okay.
They're just like, yeah, they're like, oh, thanks. At first they think that this is because of how you're dressed. It's like, this is a bomb.
You don't have to be hurtful with how you say that.
This is
okay?
a bomb.
'Cause,
Like, you can see it in their eyes. At first they think like this guy's panhandling. He's asking for creds. But then after you say that, they're like, oh, hey, that's all right. Hey, would you like a cup of coffee? Sit down.
It's on me. You guys are on duty. You guys shouldn't be paying for anything as far as I'm concerned.
Well, have a seat.
What can I get you? Yeah, of course. I sit right down.
All right. Yeah. So they order you a cup of coffee as well, and actually they're like, hey, yeah, are you from around here? We're actually trying to track down this guy here, Bill Riggins. You ever hear of him?
Bill Riggins.
Drives a bright orange flame-sided truck. He works out of the sprawl.
No, I haven't seen it. Unfortunately. Like I said, I work in the city. I'm just out here visiting family. I got family out here, so.
I'm listening in on Bill. Is that the name that the lady gave Jeff?
Daniels.
No,
No,
Dan.
Daniels.
Okay, yeah. That's right. Because I was thinking in my head, like, well, we know Dan's fate. He's going to die in the end.
But I'll be heading back into the city soon, and if I see any trucks with flames on it, I'll be calling it a tip ASAP. I got your back.
All right, yeah, I mean they're pretty casual about it. They always welcome people that are okay with the work that they do. So Ivan, you're just probably shaking your head, thinking like, fools have the protection of some gods out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Meanwhile, Jeff, so with your role, you can get something from her other than just the knowledge. Is there anything that you want to try that you will get from this?
Yeah. I do want to kind of see if she is up to speed on what's going down at the, because the what's it called, the checkpoint's not too far from here, I would imagine, like
Right.
if she's heard anything about what's going on there.
Well, just what's been on the radio, Sugar. Not much. There was some kind of accident, and they got something of a description of the people that were involved. Not much. Seems to be they're just on the lookout for a van. They're not even sure if the color is, as they said, a light-colored van is what they're looking for.
Well, that could be just about anything now, couldn't it? Oh, my goodness. It's the accident. Did anyone get hurt?
Well, they didn't really say. I mean, it didn't seem to stop down traffic too much. You got Lone Star out there, and they got some. A couple of truckers told me there's some black vans out there. Sounds very military to me.
My
I mean,
goodness,
say,
that-
didn't I see you come in a white van, Sugar? And she kind of
Mate.
gets this little look to her eyes and this little grin on her face. Didn't I see you come in a white van, Sugar?
Well, I don't know why you were eyeing me pretty soon. I see. No, that's all right. Must be just coincidence. We've seen all sorts of vans on here.
Well, my mind is rather forgetful. I mean, I forget faces, I forget cars, I forget whole conversations. The more loving I get, the more I seem to forget. Big
That's
old
interesting.
smile
You
with
say
those
you forget
perfect teeth.
faces. Yeah. You say you forget faces, but a face like yours, I ain't soon to forget, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Now,
Well,
what
it's
time you get
probably
off this
'cause you-
evening?
Probably because you've seen him before. And she points over, and there's like a selection of mud flaps that go on the back of the cars. And sure enough, there's a mud flap that's got her face on it.
Oh my goodness. I am in the presence of a darn celebrity over here. You've been holding out on me, Patty. Oh,
Well,
my
in my
goodness.
younger days, I used to do some modeling. You see, I'd lay across them trucks and sell all kinds of calendars for them.
Well, you asked me. You you can still be doing that. I don't know why you gave it up for this.
Well, I tell you what, Sugar, they got one of them triple wide coffins back there, and I'm going to take my lunch break in about half an hour.
Well, I could eat.
So as you say this, a man comes out from the small alley that says coffins, pointing that way, and he's tall, lanky. He's got like a cowboy hat on, very dusky skin with long hair. He looks like he might be he's obviously from the Native American nations. He's got his they wear very distinctive jewelry. So he's coming out, and she looks up at him and kind of taps you and says, "This is the gentleman you were asking about."
Oh, Patty, thank you, sweetheart. I'll be back soon. And I'll take my leave. I'll do like a classic kind of gentleman's, like kind of grab her hand, kind of give a little kiss on the back of the hand.
Hands
and,
twice as big as yours.
and I'll treat. Yeah, and I'll look to see if Ivan or Scout are visible.
No, actually, not from where you are. They went towards the dining area.
Okay. I'll try to intercept the guy when he's like kind of off by himself.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it
just
went,
comes out from behind the counter, and actually he hears a conversation that you're
Okay.
having, and her saying, "This is the guy you're looking for."
Mhm.
And so he's still kind of getting his clothes arranged. It looks like
Mhm.
there might have been a shower facility or something back there as his hair is still wet. He's like,
Mhm.
"Something I can do to help you with?"
I'm told you're a man who likes to get paid. Is that correct? That's what
Yeah,
Patty says.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I hear that. I tell you, I got some credits I could part with for a man who doesn't ask many questions. and wants to get paid. Patty says that was you. Is she right?
He's like, let's talk outside.
That sounds good.
All right. So as you're heading towards the door, you will actually see Scout sitting at a table. Scout, you might actually be done with your conversation at this point if you were just trying to do a quick talk with them. So you can see.
No, I'm happy to talk as long as they're happy to
Oh,
talk.
then you're still sitting there yapping away then.
I'll wave Gantu as he goes out. I'm mid-conversation, though.
Yeah.
I will ignore him and pretend that I don't know him.
Okay.
I don't want Daniels thinking that the cops are involved in this.
Ivan, you see Gantu going out with this gentleman.
Okay. So I was seeing Gontu go out. I'm going to follow Gontu out. But then seeing that Scout is not, I'm going to go ahead and just give Scout, I'm just going to like honk his nose real quick, seeing as I'm invisible. And then I'll follow after Gantu.
I got allergies or something.
Knock a coffee out of his hand.
Yeah.
So the man pulls out a little pouch of actual tobacco and rolls a cigarette, lights it up.
Ow.
He offers you one. He'll roll you up one if you want one.
Yeah. I'm not going to say no. Man, a taste. I can appreciate that.
I want to whisper in Gantu's ear, like, ask for two.
Yeah. I get a second one of those.
Mm-hmm. Actually, give me just a second here. Let me roll this.
If we do this fast enough, we can get out of here without Scout.
Oh, no.
Isn't that great?
He actually rolls a second one and does not. He's looking at you, but he hands it in the direction of Ivan.
Oh, shit.
Grafty fella. I like that.
I'll go ahead and invisible take it out of his hand and tuck it into my pocket. You, my friends, have some skill.
I have been blessed with my grandma's sight. I take it by your invisible friend here. What you need is not legal. I'm willing to hear what you have to say.
Well, it's pretty simple. You drive that truck over there with all them vehicles on it. Looks like there's room for another. And if you're heading to the city, all we're asking is maybe we fill up one of them empty slots with a vehicle of our own.
He nods, thinks about it for a minute. 300 credits.
300 credits? I'll look at the empty space where I know Ivan to be standing. And I'm like,
We'll give you 400 to do this.
It actually makes him a little suspicious when you say that. What am I getting into? You guys murderers? You runners?
No.
We're not murderers, but we have run afoul of the Aztec Corporation.
Oh, okay, when you say that, he kind of spits on the ground. He says, I'll do it for free. Get in.
You, my friend, are saints. Thank you.
think we found ourselves a friend. Okay.
Yeah, he maneuvers the car out and a series of elevators and such, and one of the slots from the lower rack comes out so that if seen by the sky, they won't even see yours because you're kind of sandwiched in the middle. You know, you move some vans around so that you're kind of packed in there, so it would be harder to see you.
Cool.
You guys drive it in.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll slip back in and tell Scout we're leaving and he should come along.
So he looks over.
I'm sorry, Ganto.
At you and Gantu.
I'm gonna slide back in and get Patty's contact info and stuff. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Business calls, but
Real quick, he does say that I wasn't actually heading to the city. I'm heading out of the city. So if you want to pick up the gas bill, we're even.
This is definitely doable.
All right, so you go back.
Yeah, I'll pay for all the coffees. You know, I ordered the meals as well. I'll leave the tip for them as well.
Curious, what money are you using to pay for that?
How much money does Scout actually have?
I'm using Gantu's money.
So the money that was acquired in a very immoral fashion. Yeah, okay.
It's going to a good cause, so that makes it. Ever hear of money laundering? You wash bad money by giving it to good people.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I'll come out of that diner just in the best mood ever. You guys see me smiling. I'm happy. It was good to be back among.
I forgot this. I'll move up invisibly next to Scout. We murdered 4 people while you were in there.
Who? Where? What happened?
There was a preschool nearby.
Bus
Point
full
to a
of
dumpster.
orphans.
Point to a dumpster. Don't look in there.
Don't look
It ain't
in.
pretty.
They were playing dodgeball, and they did not dodge my fighter ball.
It's so bad. How do I tell if he's lying or not? I would believe him. Never mind.
Oh god.
Oh, why would you burn kids?
They
I
said
gotta go tell the cops there are bodies
No,
in there. They
no.
deserve
They
to
said I did it because they said they recognized you.
Who's gonna tell their parents? These poor kids.
They don't have any. They're orphans.
It's a preschool / orphanage.
Oh, that's even worse.
No, it's
These
not.
poor
We're
kids with
helping
no
out.
families.
No, we're helping out good-working people.
I'm gonna
Now
go
the
tell
people,
them. We gotta turn ourselves in. That's too far.
I am totally prepared to use my knockout spell on you, just so you know.
We can't murder preschoolers.
I'm fucking with you. I did not kill kids.
So Scout
You did
is standing in the middle of this the store talking to
Talking to
himself.
myself.
And this increasingly more emotional voice about killing children and having to turn
I
himself
assumed we
in.
made it to the parking lot, but yeah, maybe not.
Patty is watching this, Gantu, as you're walking in, and she's starting to reach over for a phone.
Don't worry about them. He hasn't been doing so great in the head since his wife left him.
I'm gonna run to the
Troll.
dumpster to make sure there are no charred preschoolers in there, anyways.
Scout opens the door, runs out. All right. Well, Gantu, since you did roll so smoothly on that initial roll with her, she believes you that you'll be back. She's
Yeah.
like, well, honey, here's my PAN number. You can get a hold of me any old time.
I don't think he was lying.
I'm not sure if he was either. Okay. He does another one of them, like very graceful, gentlemanly bows, kind of tips an invisible hat, and saunters on out.
You hear, with the fake whisper, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
I'll just like accentuate the steps just a little bit as I walk
Switch.
it. Look over. And then off I go again.
Nice.
Oh,
right,
such
so
a piece of meat.
yeah. Well, you pay for the guy's gas, which is hefty, but nowhere near the 400 you're about to spend on it. Yeah, your van is discreetly packed in the middle of the lot. He's ready to go.
Okay.
Yep. So
Dan-
you can either ride up with him in the cab, or you can get into your van or one of the other ones, however you want to do it.
I would probably be in favor of getting into one of the other vans
Yeah.
in case they do pull him over, that it's going to be obvious that even if we're in the sleeper portion that we're in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is there any kind of magic where they can kind of detect living people?
the other is.
Any way you can kind of cloak us from that?
The only ability I have is I can turn
Invisibility
us
will actually
invisible.
do that, Chuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It will do that.
Then we get in there. I need a moment to recenter myself. But after that, I can turn all 3 of us invisible back there.
Okay. Let's give that a go.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do the center move once we kind of get settled.
Mhm.
Let me click on it because that's just a D6. No, there's no roll for it. Okay. Okay. Only 2, but I still have my
Storage.
Yeah, and I've got a few points in there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the 6 points to turn the 3 of us invisible. My presence check is success with complication.
Success with complication. Okay. I will let you know what that complication is later. But you appear to be invisible. Are you going to stay in one of the other vans, or are you going to go into the cab?
One of the other vans, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You pick one that's a bit away from yours, spacious enough that you can take a little nap as he pulls out. And before you guys all settle this, he asks where he should drop you off.
Mm,
Well, we just need to get clear outskirts of the city, find a lot that you can maneuver around in safely.
yeah,
Not too many eyes, nothing like that.
Yep. He tilts his cowboy hat and gets in and takes off. About that time, as you're leaving, you do see a chopper coming back through. And it kind of hovers for a bit over the truck stop, and then kind of moves off, not paralleling you guys, just off to the east or away.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are off.
Yeah.
It's a bumpy ride. You do feel the slowdown when they're still running the barrier. He does slow down. He does stop, but it's pretty quick. You do see somebody coming through with a flashlight, just kind of looking out all the vehicles. You guys are packed in there pretty good, though. I'm going to go ahead and. Well, actually, let's let you guys do this. So, I'm going to say you guys did really well with your plan here. So let us do a. Yeah, let's just do a stay frosty. Whoever has the best. So this is kind of a tactical thing you did, but based on combat. Okay.
Got
That's-
this.
Whoever has the best can go ahead and make that
Either
roll.
me or
excuse me.
Scout. I have 4. What do you got?
Oh, I got 3.
So I'm sorry. What was that, Scout? I can't quite hear you.
I was saying, excuse me, but God too should make the roll.
Did you sneeze?
I should.
Okay, so stay frosty.
Mm-hmm.
10.
All right. Threat does not come to bear. Okay, you're passed. The officer with the light just kind of cursory flashes it around everything. He seems to be speaking to somebody in his ears, and he's like, all new cars. Nothing on here looking unusual. Go ahead, let him go. And you guys speed off. So you get through, and maybe about an hour later, the truck stops again, and he comes out and tells you that he starts lowering the gantries, and he pulls out the car that's like blocking yours. He says, I'm going to take a quick jaunt into town. We're in an abandoned parking lot. You just do what you got to do. Good luck to you. Stick it to the Azzies.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Thank you,
This.
sir.
He just drives away in the car that he pulled out.
Now, theoretically, we could just like take all these vehicles and sell them, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's
I-
not right.
Well, it's especially because he helped us. If it was any other situation, yes, we're stealing at least 2 cars.
Well,
But
yeah, theoretically, we can go around, we can kill everyone on the street, we can steal any car we see, but that's not how society works.
oh my gosh, I never thought about that.
It's true.
Dear Lord, we have a new entrepreneurship. We will just murder everyone as Scout has instructed us
You're
to
already
do.
daydreaming about killing preschoolers, all right? It's not like I can teach you anything.
Well, okay.
I mean, there's only one murderer up here in this group here, so I really don't think you have as high a horse as you think, Scout. So
I'm not a
anyway,
murderer. Who have I murdered?
I don't know.
Those
I mean,
preschoolers.
you keep telling me about how great the law is, and law enforcement keeps saying we got to go to them with this and that, and they sure as hell think you murdered some folks. So
Because
I
of
don't know.
you.
anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get back in my beautiful van that I thought we were gonna torch. And
You can make those last 2
fourth
payments.
member, I'm just like, kind of. It's okay, sweetie. He didn't mean it. He wasn't really gonna torch you. I mean, he was, but for a
I-
good reason.
Regretfully and with great sorrow and heart.
Nice. All right, you're back in your van. You're just outside of the city. This is an abandoned gas station. You're not in a great part of the city, but there isn't anyone currently around you.
Okay,
Well-
we gotta get somewhere where we can get into. We gotta drop a line for Kaylee because
Yeah.
because Techno, wherever the hell that is, sleeping with some pigs or something. Need to-
I see that. Yes.
Need to look into this some more. We got a lot of info unpacking info that needs unpacking.
And problem is we cannot return to any of known places.
Agreed.
I mean, we find closest stuffer shack, and maybe we can do call from there.
Yeah, that works for me.
I mean,
Yes.
we have that pan that we picked up. We can just call it from that. Can't we?
I don't think we should turn that on.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's not turning on anyways.
Yeah, because we took the battery out. How? How did you pass the entrance exam for whatever long? Oh my god!
Did you come
Yeah,
from rich family?
No.
I
No,
don't know,
The
guys. I
entrance
don't
exam
know.
was paper. It was pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
Good
Even
old-fashioned
broken
pen and
clock,
paper. That's
right?
it's
Twice
the
a
same
day.
thing they equip you with when you start out working the beat. You got to have a notepad. You got to have a pen.
I'm starting to like. I think Gantu's starting to get the theory that maybe he actually wasn't a cop. Maybe he just like worked in the police station as like a janitor or something, and he thinks he's a cop. Like I'm starting to like. He wasn't my friend directly. He was a friend of a friend. You know, I had Fogel. Fogel introduced
Yeah.
me to him, and I just assumed that. I don't know.
He knows enough because he did many writings of fan fiction of police.
You have both seen my badge. All right.
Like that can't be. That can't be.
Even I
fake.
can make a fake
Come on.
badge, and as you say, I can't do anything.
I feel like I probably have a fake badge. See, I got one right here. It's come on, it's not hard. But yeah, we got to get in touch. We got to get ourselves someone to unpack this and then go from there.
Yeah. Let's go stuffer shack and call Kaylee.
I'll start bolting some chairs back into place in the van.
Oh, useful, very much. The most useful I've seen today.
Sounds
I
like
work
something
well
a
with my
janitor
hands.
would do. That sounds like something a janitor might say. Well, actually, I never mind. I've seen his cleaning ability. It's not very good. It probably wasn't a janitor. Maybe like a fix-it man or something. Like a
Maintenance man,
Maintenance.
maybe maintenance.
yeah.
I have
can see
had
that.
just about enough of you two, and I close the van door while I keep.
Nice. All right, so to get a hold of Kaylee, she is a net personality. Like you have never seen her physically. You don't. I mean, for all you know, she's an AI. But you do know how to make a message drop. Now the question is though, sending that is no big deal because the drop is secure enough. You can do it from an unsecure location. But how is she going to get a hold of you? Like,
We buy a burner.
I have a burner.
If we've got a burner pan or phone or whatever the equivalent is, buy
Techno
that
G
real
gives
quick.
me a new burner every other day.
yeah, you can just
Hmm.
you can just purchase a unregistered pan off the shelf here, pay for it.
Go get a track phone,
Yeah,
get
There you
it
go.
turned
Pretty
on
much.
real quick.
Okay.
Turn it
Sounds
on
good.
long enough to get the pan number so you can drop it in for a contact. So what is the message you leave?
Have job. Onion needs peeling. Priority.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. How do you wait? What do you do while you're waiting?
So, I mean, we're at Stuffer Shack, so we're resupplying, getting food, whatever it is.
Do they sell spray paint?
Yeah, absolutely. It's for all the taggers.
You're
I
stuck in
buy-
that fireball, aren't you?
No. I buy all of the blue spray paint that they have.
Okay.
Let's go park somewhere in their parking garage or something, and let's paint the van, not this color.
Okay, I like blue. Blue's a good color. Patty's eyes were blue, so
Hey, inspiration.
there you go. Okay,
My
so yeah,
ex-wife was blue.
we'll do that.
All right. Yeah, it's a bad job. None of you are particularly skilled
Yeah.
at auto body coloring, but it's good enough. Like you can't tell what the original color of the van was. Yeah, it's pretty horrendous.
Nice.
I'm just like whispering, "Don't worry, girl. We'll get you a real paint job someday."
And we just washed her.
Well, shit happens.
All right.
Better that she's got a crappy blue paint job than she's burnt to a crisp.
I agree entirely.
So you do get a message come across your burner pan. It's basically a web address. So somebody's going to have to connect in. Now, you don't have to have trodes to get into the net. Like, you can go to like any coffee shop and they've got the headsets, inducer pads, that sort of thing. It just means that you're going to be slow, and it's obvious that you're a noob if you don't have actual implants. But it'll get you there.
Yeah, I think we did this once before, where it's like kind of like a virtual environment type of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
See your friend, Gonto. You do the thing.
Well, she's very reliable. More than techno.
You say something?
Nothing.
Well, he was referencing Techno. So we'll split screens, and Techno G is bound to a chair with a couple of marine batteries, and they're about to attach them to his nipples, and then we
Well, if
flip
I
back.
knew it was going to be a good time, maybe I would have volunteered.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, you've got an address on the net.
Okay.
So how do you make the mating?
Yeah. So
Again, you guys
call-
have plenty of credits. Like, you can buy a deck just here in the stuffer ship if you want. I mean, it's kind of like the Walmart version of a PC, but it would do the trick if you don't.
That's
want
not a bad
go
idea
to
to have. Yeah, just to have on us, just in case we need it. Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Mm.
Comes with pan service and everything else, so you drop some creds on it. Which again, how are you paying for it?
I mean,
That stash
Until-
of money.
yeah, until we're clear of this, I think we use the stash that we were given.
All right.
We're going to have to update, man, that what we were using for.
This is
What
far
was
more,
his
This is an
requirement?
easier expense to explain.
Yeah, than the
Just need
car washes. What
I'll
exactly?
hand Gontu a pile of paper IOUs that I've been keeping track of every penny we spend,
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
very delightful.
so we can keep. Just for
Are
your
we?
records,
We're in the
I've got
stuffer
copies of my
shack
own.
still.
You're still the
yeah?
stuffer shack. The guy just asked that if you got another run that seemed to be similar to the ones that have been getting into his business, that you give him a heads up on it. That was the only requirement.
Okay. I don't think. Now this isn't tied to his business because this is very specifically tied to Morlock and.
Yeah, this is like Aslan stuff, and everything else was the young elven
Yeah.
technologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it, because Murlock was always the contact that got you the runs.
Well,
So
maybe
it's
after
up to you.
Gantu's done with this, we can have that conversation. But
All right,
Yeah, I don't
so you buy your deck. You get a fill up card for a month worth of service for it, and anything else you want to pick up while you're here?
just that spray paint. That's all I had.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could go for a candy bar.
Well, why don't
We
you pay
will buy
for it?
him. Oh,
Oh,
I was going to buy him
pass.
Kit Kat, but okay.
This whole time he's been using his own personal, his own pan to buy things.
Oh God.
You're wanted on your own, let alone the
Nothing
ignoring
to do with
Azteca.
us.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have not been
okay.
using my own personal pan because there's no credits available on my own personal pan.
I think
you got
Techno
us.
destroyed it anyway. I think he destroyed it, and you've been using one of the burners since.
I am so heavily in debt that I cannot buy a candy bar.
Zagnut. It's a thing. All right, you got your deck. You
Okay.
still don't have a place to hide out, but you've got a contact willing to talk to you.
Okay. I mean, we probably wouldn't even want to. I don't know if we'd even want to connect to it from wherever we're hiding out. We probably want to connect to it somewhere a little bit, either
Well,
mobile
the thing has
or
no. This has a mobile connection. You bought like a month's worth of service for it.
All right.
If you
Ivan,
want,
you
I'll
drive.
just drive. Yeah.
Yeah, you drive. I connect. Scout. I don't know, man.
You're
Try
on
not to-
lookout.
Try not to murder anybody.
Yeah, the bloodthirsty. Yes. No, you're on lookout. If you see black van, you shoot them in face immediately. All
I'm
black
not going
van.
to shoot.
Double sulfur school buses.
I'll keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Okay, that's acceptable.
All right. Well, Gontu, you are not a hacker, and you're using a helmet trode. So roll me 3d6. Don't add
Okay.
anything into it, because you really don't have the skills for this. But anybody
No,
can
I
use this
don't.
thing.
9.
you type in the address. It's a long 28-digit code. You slap the helmet on, and since you don't have actual interface, what you're seeing is it's through the visor, right? So it's got this big panoramic scene as all the lights kind of flicker out, and you get the feeling of motion through blackness. And then you find yourself looking like in a third-person shooter. You're in a garage. There's a car, an old yellow taxi from the 1950s, 1960s, very bulbous and round, up on a jack. There's somebody in a bulky suit with the welding torch mask on, doing some working on underneath it. You even get the perception of smell, like you can smell old oil, you can smell the propane flame, you can hear the popping of the arc going on. And as you pop in, you look down at your hands, like everything looks realistic to you. It looks like you're moving into a real garage, but then when you look at your hands,
Whoa.
your hands though are all like PlayStation level graphics, right? Just like low polygon count.
Oh my god, what happened to my hands?
Person turns off the torch, removes the helmet, and there's a pixie-ish looking teenage girl who's got two pigtails, bright blue bows on either end of it, and she pulls out a pair of like Coke bottle sized glasses and puts them on, and she looks you up and down and says, "Well, Gantu, it's been a while." She's kind of looking at your avatar like, "I take it you're in a bit of trouble. That is the worst resolution I've seen in a while."
Yeah, it's just a new deck, it's just off the rack. It's just needed a quickie,
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned an onion. So you got some data you need peeled away.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We had somebody working on it, but they're on a different job at the moment, and we need this ASAP. And yeah, there's only one name that I would go to if I were in a situation like this, and that's you.
She gives you a smile. She's like, Gantu, we both know I'm the only hacker that you know outside of your friend.
Yep, that's true. It's hard to be charming when I look like a triangle.
Yeah. Right. So where's this data? You're not going to be able to send that over this connection. That would take weeks.
Yeah. How can I go about getting that? This is not just Jeff
So-
not understanding how to do it. This is Gantu probably not understanding
So
how to do
here's
it.
the real question: who has the pay data? Because it was
Yeah.
Technology that was working on it.
That's a good question.
I would imagine it's. I mean, the short answer, it's Techno, right? He's the one who's
Yeah.
got the storage and.
Now, so I'll give it to you guys that the last time you saw Techno, he was kind of living out of his van, and you do know where his van is. He's paying for some parking for his van, and you guys he hasn't contacted you in a few weeks, but also you haven't actually gone by to check him out either.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can drive the van.
Yeah. Do they hear stuff when I speak out loud? Like
Yes,
I'm wearing an
absolutely.
Oculus Rift?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll be like, hey, can you get over to Techno's on the double?
Yeah, I'll start going that way.
All right.
Yeah, and I'll say, and we also got I don't know, this one's a little bit harder, I think, because it's hard. It's a piece of hardware. We got a pan we kind of want to dig into, but it's hot and it's tracing, and I am not equipped to do something with it. It is looks like it's commercial.
Right.
It's with a particular corporation that rhymes with Baslin.
Right. Tell you what. Find yourself a post office and mail it to me. She pops up an address.
Okay. Do that. No problem.
Yeah. Don't cheap out. Pay for next day if you want it fast.
Oh yeah, sure. Overnight that stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we got that. No problem.
All right. I'm going to say that you guys, just to get things moving here, you're fairly close to the parking garage that he's got a private parking in. And you roll up. His van's there.
That's good. Um, I'll park a little ways away from it. Um, and I want to do an astral scope out of the area. I can't do technical, but I can at least make sure they're not scouting it out with magic.
Sure.
That'll
Yeah.
be-
Go ahead and make your roll.
let's see. That's a. Yeah. Let me get to that move. Oh my gosh. Where's it at? Was that presence or craft?
It's craft usually.
Craft.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I failed.
It's okay. Yeah, so you do that, and actually, what keeps you from doing it is you notice that there's flecks of blood, just outside of his van. It's almost like a semicircle of blood droplets. You also see that the concrete has chips in it, like almost like bullets were fired in a clean arc, several feet just behind the back of his van.
Oh, I'll return back to my body. I'm almost completely out of essence at the moment. And I'll relay that. There's the blood I can't get past, but also it looks like there was firefight, and not my fire, but bullet fire.
Okay. Did you get inside? I'm sorry. Did you
I
say you
couldn't-
went inside? Okay.
I couldn't make it inside though.
All right. Well, I mean, if it got to a firefight, I can tell you Techno probably lost. I'm not sure he knows which end of the gun to point and who to
Well,
point
it's
it
not-
at.
He fights with the drones, and if he couldn't
Yeah.
get those drones out, I fear the worst for him.
Do we see? Are there any drones about?
You don't see anything.
Okay. Am I still on the call with Kaylee?
Yeah.
Okay, Kaylee. That onion. It's in a. How would I go about getting that? What was it again that I have? Like is it like a? I can't remember exactly. Like, was it like a elaborate like zip drive or something?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. If I put that in the package as well, that and the other thing, and ship that over to you, can you take care of both ASAP?
Oh, yeah, obviously, sure.
Okay. What's the fee? What's the damage?
Well, this sounds kind of juicy, so I want to cut. I want to cut of the pay data. In other
with
words,
that.
I'm going
Okay.
to make me a copy
And
of this.
I'll be repeating things like in complete sentences, like I think it's fair to want to cut the pay data. It's a question of how big a cut, of course.
Since I'm going to make a copy of that data, and I'm going to use it if I think I can make a profit of it, and I want a cut of your run. What are you getting paid for this?
This I don't remember.
I have it. I probably have it in my notes, but
Actually,
like,
you don't have an actual amount. You
Oh, we
you
don't?
got that
Okay.
one cred ship that basically Murlock had set for like if you get this message, I'm dead or kidnapped. Here's some money. Avenge me. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
so-
say to her, it's a different kind of gig than that, but anything we earn, I mean, you get a fair split. There's four of us. I'm not sure if we should count Techno, right? I mean, I'll give you. We'll say
yeah.
20% of anything we earn goes your way.
nods. Says, yeah, you've always been pretty good to me, Gantu. No problem. You get that over to me. She kind of like, yeah, so that deck you've got's got no protection, so I know where you are. If you go 3 blocks north, take Easterman Alley, you're going to come to a pretty good postal service there. Just get this tagged, overnight it, and yeah, I'll be back in contact with you.
Yeah, when she mentions like where we're at, no security, where to go, I'm like, remind me never to piss you off. I much prefer having you as a friend.
She also says, there's also a drone active just within range of your deck, so maybe 15, 20 feet away from you.
There's a
just so you
drone
know.
15, 20 feet away from us. I sure wish there was somebody scouting for, anything like that.
Yeah, can she tell who it belongs to? Is it one of
See a
Techno's
drone?
on?
Yeah. Can you tell ownership of it?
No, I can't. Your deck doesn't have enough fidelity for that. I can just tell that there's a signal 10, 15 feet away from you. It
Okay.
looks like a drone signal.
All right.
Maybe that's what the blood spatter was. Maybe one of Techno's drone is in sentry mode.
Okay. Well, either way, we're going to have to get on out there and get on in there to get what we need. All right, Kaylee, we're going to go ahead and take care of this. We'll get that package out to you shortly.
Yep. She puts her welding mask back on and starts up the torch again, and then your visor just kind of blacks out as the connection's disconnected.
Can I gumshoe to examine the scene of the event?
Yes, go ahead. Okay, nice. You do have to step out to do that because you've got to physically examine the scene. So you walk
Yeah,
out.
I'll do that. I'll be holding my shotgun, but
Yep.
I'll do that.
So as you do that, a panel opens at the top of Techno G's van. A drone pops out, and you hear the whirring of an autocannon. But the drone must be out of ammo because all you hear is the whirring. It's but no bullets are firing.
That's good news.
I'm gonna Kirk shoulder roll out of the way, anyways, just out of reflex.
Yeah, it's tracking you, and if it had a payload, it would be shooting at you. But it seems to be running dry.
Well, that's good news. Maybe I'll try and go up. Not that this drone presents issue, but I'm worried Techno G probably has the thing rigged to explode. But maybe, hopefully, he's got it set so that Ganto and I can approach without repercussion.
And then it'll just completely obliterate Scout if
Actually, yes. It seems like the drone is keyed in on both Ivan and Gantu because as you guys approach, it goes into just regular sentry mode and drops back down into the van. And the back of the van, you hear the click as the back of the van unlocks. Now, Scout, you did get some information on that. So
Yeah, I'd like to know.
There was a gunfight. There was a gunfight here. It wasn't just the drone. Like you're actually seeing paint chips off the back of the van. The van's armored though, so it didn't penetrate. But you can see where chips of paint reflect off. At least 4 people. Just looking at the spread of things. Some of them must have taken fire from the drone. That's what the gouges in the concrete here are. The flecks of blood. This happened roughly a week ago.
So it's been some time.
It's been some time.
Guys,
it was not soon, or it was not recent. And the concrete and the blood have been washed over by street cleaning services. Probably a bot that cleans it, so it never threw up any signals anywhere. But so yes, a lot of the blood has already been scoured out, and this is just what's left.
Well, fellas, we should probably be worried about our friend Techno G here. This happened a week ago, at least. I mean, look at how often it's been cleaned since. He could be in some serious trouble. We should call law enforcement.
Hey, you can always go to this conclusion, and it is always the wrong one. Let's get in van. Let's see if we can reload his drone, and let's get that pay data.
yeah.
Reload the thing that wants to shoot at us.
Wants to shoot at
us.
you. You need to stay back and out of the sights.
All right, I'm gonna grab some paper towels out of our cleaning supplies and open this van without touching anything.
Okay.
You're gonna have to inventory everything pretty carefully here. Let's not go wasting materials.
Pull out my notepad and write another IOU.
On a paper towel.
Oh man. So do you guys go into the back of the van?
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna try not to touch anything.
I am a little concerned, though. You're right about Techno. The fact if someone did grab them or something did happen, that we didn't get contacted. I would imagine, like Murlock, I mean, Techno is about as paranoid as they come. But there was no sort of automated messaging to her, so whoever grabbed them, they were able to get that. get
Yeah.
past whatever that is, that's a little concerning.
That is.
So how do you approach the van? So you heard the locks in the back open. You go through that. You go through the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door that unlocked, I'll
Okay.
go through. Yeah.
So you go in, and as soon as you step in, a couple of lights blink off and on, and he's got like one of these smuggler holds, right? The hold kind of rotates up, and so there's a desk with the data cube on it, along with some other stuff that Techno must have been working on at the time. You notice that there's bloody handprints along the side of the table.
Oh no.
And you look towards the front, and he's got like he had like a glass blast shield between the back and the front. There are bullet holes and cracks in it, and there's blood all over the driver's seat.
That's bad news.
And it looks like the control console of the van was ripped out as well.
So we can't move it. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what you want to do about this currently, can't do. Let's get our data cube. And then also, like I said, I want to see if I can figure out how to reload his drone.
Yeah.
You've seen him do it often enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
And
is the
there's
drone?
only the one. The drone
Yeah.
singular. The other drones are missing.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask. Is that I mean, like Techno's got surveillance. We've used his drones for surveillance before. I'm not sure if his van itself has any sort of surveillance. Like if there's anything where he's been recording that too. If there is some sort of like interface in his van
Yeah,
that
and that's
like
what
we
was
can
ripped
access.
out.
That was ripped out. Okay.
The whole computer control
All right.
system was ripped out. That would include the
Okay.
storage and everything else.
So we don't even have surveillance data to go through for this.
Mhm.
And this is a like we're in like a carport. Is there any neighboring? Do we see any other folks around? Any other
No,
cars?
you know that
camps?
he actually bought this level of the carport. Like
Okay.
this whole thing, it's his. He's renting every spot in it.
Okay. It's been about a week. It does the is this like a big like parking? It's like a parking garage.
Yeah.
Is that sort of what
Yep.
it is? Is the parking garage metered, secure? Does it have security, that
Mhm.
kind of stuff?
Sure does.
So we could, we can hit the security, the security on the way out, see if they saw anything, what went down, see if they've got any standard footage of comings and goings from about a week ago. You said Scout week ago.
Yeah, at least it seems like.
Okay.
Might give us something to go on, especially if we're looking for like black vans and such.
I
It's got anything to
do.
do with us.
Yeah, I agree. I do really hope that we go there and there's absolutely no data during that time, because that at least means the Techno is alive and he scrubbed his footprints.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we can still get our pay data.
Yeah, the cube's still
Okay.
there. Actually, the suitcase of the AI that he had copied out is there too.
I'll
Okay.
take that too.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna grab like a random like power supply unit. Like, is this the data unit?
That's a good find. That's it exactly. Please guard that with life.
I can't tell if you're serious or not because you make so many jokes.
This
Yes,
isn't a
I
joke,
know.
man. One of our friends is missing right now. Take it seriously. You better protect that thing.
Jeez,
Now I'll turn my back. I'll turn my back to Scout, and I'll look at Ivan and just have a little grin.
Oh my gosh, that's good. I thought I was in trouble for a moment, but then it's going to be such a fight to keep a straight face.
I'm gonna put the power supply unit in my jacket. Yeah, I got it under my arm right now.
That's great.
Oh god.
Adding to inventory.
All right. I think once we get the data in the briefcase, I think we hit like we could either like I do want to like hit the security building on their way out. Like whatever kind of gate is there, if there's anyone.
So real
I mean,
quick,
Scout. Go ahead.
did you you did rearm the drone? Are you taking the
Yeah.
drone or leaving the drone?
Leaving the drone. I
Leaving
wanted
the
to
drone.
keep
Okay.
protecting his van.
Okay.
And when we leave, I'll make sure that I keep Scout directly in front of me. Hopefully it's smart enough not to shoot through me to get to Scout.
Okay.
You
All
owe
right.
me for this one, friend.
I don't know why he didn't program me in there as like, you know, a trusted person.
You've
I
met
feel
him like once.
And you
like
threatened
3
to go to the
times.
cops like every freaking minute on the hour for like the past, like, oh God.
We got shawarma together.
Yeah, that is true.
It
That's
just
a
kind of hurts a
little.
little bit.
When you get shawarma with a person, that is a great sign of.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
Ivan,
Well,
you're actually making sense today.
we'll have to have talk with Techno to make sure that we know we're going to find Techno alive. I believe it in hearts of hearts that Techno will be okay, but we'll make sure that when we find him, that he adds you to the do not shoot list.
I mean, I want to be so sure about him being alive. It's been a week and there's a lot of blood. And
I step
really
out
wanted him
off to the side from protecting him with my body.
Another Kirk shoulder roll coming in.
You're past its zone of care at this point. So what did you want to do? You wanted to check the security. So this is the whole facility is automated. So as you're going towards the front, of course, there's the bars. Actually, you got let in because you must the van or something that you're carrying must be pinging out
Registered.
that it's registered, and so you're showing up as a registered occupant.
Well, maybe we can get Kaylee to go access remotely when we contact her next. Because I don't know how to hack this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the briefcase thing I think we got to keep on the down low. I don't think Kaylee needs that. Like, I think we
No,
we got
that's-
the pay data and the pan that we got from the Aslan folks. I do think that as we're leaving the parking garage, the parking structure, I did want to hit the security booth, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
and see if they have any footage of like a week ago, or any sort of stories about like, did anything go down last
Okay,
week?
so
You hear
the
anything?
entire parking garage is automated. Like there's no one there to talk to, but you do see a sign where there's a pan address if there's issues, or you even has a thing. Police call this number if needing video, that sort of thing. Like all this information is displayed.
Scout might be useful
Scout.
right now.
Scout. Okay. I'm gonna drive while this is like we'll take the pan number down. I'll drive us over in my van towards the post office to drop off stuff. Scout, I'm gonna believe you when you say you were law enforcement.
I was law enforcement.
I
It's
believe
public
you.
record.
And I believe you. And I'm gonna need you to channel that, and I'm gonna need you to get us some footage from about a week ago about when we think that our friend Techno G, if you want to be on his do not shoot list, you come through with that footage.
Well, I
And we'll
mean,
make
once
sure
a cop,
we'll tell
always a
Techno.
cop.
Okay, there is a man whose life could be in danger right now. You could help save him. So get that footage. for us.
Why do you think I would not want to save a life? Where is this hostility coming from? I'm all about saving lives. You
I don't
guys are
know.
the ones who kill.
A couple months worth of time spent with you, maybe. That's probably where it's coming from. Hey, that's fine. No, you go ahead, and there's the number.
I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do, but your attitude, it needs some work.
Well, I'm sorry. And I'm going to look at him. I'm sorry. I just found out one of my friends might be dead. I'm sorry that I'm hurting your feelings. And I'm going to like look over at Ivan as best I can.
I'm gonna pop open my pan to start dialing the number, and it's just gonna be ad after ad popping up. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Frantically closing out, trying to hit the tiny little X.
All right, so you do get through, and it's like a threat response line. How may we help you today?
Yes, this is Officer Scout, and you probably have me in the records as Officer Kenneth Clark. Yes, I need some footage from a week ago of a parking garage.
Okay, is Kenneth Clark your character's real name?
Yes.
Okay, I tell you what. Roll me 3d6 with nothing added, just 3d6. Actually, with +1 because you've got a minus presence.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. We don't have that officer in our database. Could you give us your identification, your precinct code?
Yeah, I was the 14th precinct, and I'll give her my badge number.
Your real badge number. Okay.
They asked me to do
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. It's like I'm real sorry, officer. The badge is showing as being not in service at the moment, but maybe I can help
Oh,
you
gee, you know
anyway.
that happens to me all the time. It's so frustrating.
Go ahead
They
and give
they
me a.
keep giving me these new pans too, and I tell you what, it seems like as soon as you turn this thing on, there is just malware all over the place, and it's I just turned it on. Why do I have to deal with this?
So Stephen, make
I
me
tell you what,
hold on,
technology.
Stephen, make me make them sweat roll, adding your presence before we go on with the encounter. I just want to see what we got going here. Wow. Okay, keep going. So you're talking about the pan being messed up. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought that each of you were registered with your own pan from your precinct. Where are you calling from again?
Oh, I'm on the road right now. Obviously, investigating the scene. Yeah, I just need some footage. That's all.
Oh,
If you,
from
anything
what
you can do to help me
location?
out would be great.
From which of our locations?
I'm gonna tell her whichever parking garage we're at.
Sure. And how long ago? And during what hours?
Uh, just for if you can give me a compressed version of the past week, that'd be great.
The past week. Okay. It's showing that your pan has limited space. Can you narrow down the time?
Well, yeah, this limited space. I get that every single time. I go to install new apps, and it always says there's never enough space. How do you get more space? I tried to download more space once, and it just I don't know. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say, specifically about a week ago, the entire day, if anything,
Oh, a
would be
single
great.
day. Oh, we can do that. We can
Well,
do
I
that.
prefer the previous week entirely, but if I have to narrow it down, yeah, a week ago.
I'm afraid so. Your pan you're making this call from doesn't have nearly enough room for that. But we can send you a specific day,
Yeah, I'll
24
try to
hours.
download more space right now. If you can wait a couple minutes, I might be able to get more.
Well, if you'd like to call us back, that's fine. But we can give you the
Well,
day
no,
if
no,
you.
I need it now. I'm just saying. Oh, okay, yeah, you're busy. I get that. I get that.
Yeah. Your phone starts. You have a message pop up. It says accept data stream.
Click yes.
Okay. Yeah. File starts coming over bit by bit. And so you're able to kind of just scrub through, look at what information you have as it's coming. It's coming fairly quick, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
camera footage.
Do you know how to make this less blurry? It's also kind of dark. What button do I push?
she's already hung up as this
Oh,
is
she hung
yeah
up.
as
Okay.
this is going over.
So she hung up on me. I hate when they do that. I wasn't done with the conversation. They try to be done with you as soon as they can.
But yeah,
Gantu, how do
it
you make
seems
this
like
less blurry?
she has sent you 24 hours on the day that she specified, and as you're downloading it, you're able to look at preview some of it, and you see the parking garage. What are the rest of you guys doing, by the way? It look you got like about a minute and a half for it to finish the large compressed file, and it's also giving you the warning that your phone is going to be about 90% full once you get the full file.
Most of what I'm doing that during the conversation is hand on forehead, like this guy, like what has Kenny gotten us into now?
My name is Scout. All right.
I'm driving the car to the post office and seriously considering just driving us into the pier. Like, just like that's it. Like, this is just this guy. Oh God.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just driving to the
Okay,
post
sure.
office.
It's a private postal service. You pop out, you get everything packaged up. They provide the boxes and everything else. You spring for the secure packaging, I'm sure, which has got the lead
Secure
lines.
packaging as
Yeah.
fast as possible.
Well, they can get it there today if you want to pay the premium for that.
I'll pay the premium for
Okay.
it.
Well, you get it all packaged up, sent out. They give you a tracking number. They'll send it out by drone today. Should get there
Okay.
in 6 hours or so.
Okay. Well, obviously it's gonna take a little time for her to get it, and then
Okay.
I mean she's good.
By the time you get out, Scout, the video is done streaming to your phone. They sent it to you. It was the
Yeah, I'm
24-hour
going to be
period.
watching on fast forward if I can.
Yeah. It's basically nothing, 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 nothing. You see some lights turn on and go off in the van a few times. Then around 2 a.m., you see black paneled vans, no writing on the outside, come roaring in. There's a gunfight. Looks like it's a military force because they're all wearing like very protective armor, riot shields, helmet masks, everything. And you see the drone shoot up a bunch of the officers, or maybe officers. 4 of them come to the front and they all just open up onto the inside, the driver's side. You can see under this barrage, the front of the car's glass does eventually crack, and you see Techno-G lit up by gunfire. And you see they do something with the door to open it, and they pull him out. And you see they are checking to see if he's alive or not. And then you see a medic come over, inject him with something, and they take him off.
All right.
And then a little bit later, you see that someone has gone in and ripped out the control console of the van, and they're putting it in a big container, taking it off.
Well,
So they look like law enforcement.
No, well, they look like military actually, but there's
Yeah.
no identifying marks on the armor, body armor, nothing.
I had a question. The guy that we actually had the breakfast date with a couple sessions ago. I don't think it was last session. It might have been the one before that. And he had there were some people who were responding, and he waved them off. Like, is anything looking?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right. This is that. This looks like the same folks that we met for breakfast. Oh man.
what is it we did to attract their attention the first time? What was it they were looking for?
Well, it's
Where are
because
you
we
guys
had.
right now? Are you talking in the van?
I feel like
Yeah.
we're in the van
Yeah.
driving, talk.
So you're
And-
driving.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, last time it was we had found the military ID inside Morlock's private special room, that little alcove that he had
Oh.
hidden. Ran that. We tried to contact that one politician lady, and that phone call seemed to trigger something.
Do we repeat phone calls? See if we can get information on Techno?
We could.
Who's driving?
I'm driving.
Yeah.
Give me a check the situation roll.
Okay. It's awareness, right?
Mhm.
Did not go through. Try it again. My rolls are not going. You guys seen my rolls at all?
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm not either.
Okay, that's strange.
Try to just
So
refresh
it's-
the screen and see if it helps.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a normal roll. I have +1 awareness. Yeah, I think I'm DC'd from boundary, maybe. Refreshing.
Hmm.
1 sec, sorry.
Amateur hour.
You're
Learn how to use
amateur.
technology, dude.
I don't know. Maybe I could download some more space. Stupidest thing I've ever heard. 7.
Okay, 7 partial success.
Yeah.
So I'm going to answer the question for you because this is kind of what we're checking for. You've been sitting at this red light for longer than seems reasonable.
Okay.
And you
Do I
look-
and I pick up on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you actually look, across from you. There's no traffic coming in this direction. You're on a fairly busy street. And you're seeing that further up, the traffic light that would let them into this section, that they're all packed up back there too. You look to the left, you're at a T, or you're at a crossroads intersection.
Four-way? Yeah.
Yeah, you look to
Mhm.
your right and left, same thing. Like all the cars are stopped one light away from this intersection.
Ah, shit.
Sky, do we have anything overhead?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, with seeing Techno-G's worry, is it too intense of a situation for me to try and do a focus?
No, you can.
Okay, I want to try and focus myself. Get ready for whatever shit might hit the fan.
Okay, Gontu, you've been sitting here for about 3 times as long as a red light should. Down the streets, further on past the other lights, you see some of the cars are starting to honk, like they're all
Mhm.
bound up the same as well. You don't know if
Mhm.
it's just a glitch or if it's just affecting, this block or something. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make a right hand turn because you can make a right on red,
Okay.
and try to go away from this. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna start casual and see if
High
something
casual.
happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna act casual and then go from there.
Okay. As soon as you make that right, you hear behind you, like kind of laying in wait, you hear sirens go on, and you notice that you've got a tail of a couple of Lone Star behind you. As you look through your rear view, there were actually already tactical guys on the street trying to come up
Mhm.
alongside your van
Mhm.
before you made the move. What do you
All
do?
right. Well, now I'm gonna gun it, and
All right.
yeah.
What are you doing? They want to pull us over. You got to pull over.
This is not the time, friend. We have to run like hell. Remember, you're wanted for all sorts of shit, like
But
murdering
you still have to respect
preschoolers.
authority. You
No,
can't just
no.
pull the car over, pull the van over.
You can get out and go ahead. Open the back door, push him out, and scout. You can talk. You can talk him now. Ivan and I are going to keep going. And so I am driving. I'm driving elusively. I'm trying to lose the tail as best I can. Um,
Stay
looking.
frosty with combat
Yeah.
as you're
Okay.
trying to lose them through these streets. And at this point, you do pick up that there is a chopper.
Okay.
You can hear the blades, but you can't see the chopper.
That's a 15.
Wow.
Okay, so what do you do to lose the pursuit?
So I'm probably looking for. Let's see. So basically, I'll be driving on the streets, on the main streets as best I can, looking for any sort of like alleyway or anything like that to cut off in,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna try to look for any kind of, like we were doing before, parking garages or overhangs, anything where we can lose the sights, like lose the overhead sights, anything where we can kind of hide under. If that means jumping out the vehicle, like once we like, I basically would be looking first to get rid of the tail behind us, and then
Yeah.
once that's
Well,
done,
with that
looking
kind
for
of
something
roll-
to block our
Yeah,
overhead.
with that kind of roll, you pull into an alley that's got an overhang, like a bridge between the two buildings, so like it completely cuts you off. Then you find you make a left against traffic, and then another right, and you find another parking garage. You go down into the structure, and you just kind of turn off the headlights probably just to see if you've lost them. And you hear the sirens passing by. You hear a chopper pass by. Seems like you lost them.
How did they find us? And I look at Scout. How did they find us?
This does not feel right, guys. We should not be running from law enforcement like common fugitives.
They have to be
he-
coming after
He's
you.
still holding the pan in his hand, and you're
Yeah,
sitting
you
in
hear a
the-
random moan
Yeah.
every now and then as I'm trying to X out of.
I will take his pan.
Come on, I just got that set up.
Ah,
I have to add my contacts to each new one. This is
no,
ridiculous.
no, you don't, friend. No, you don't. I'll cast invisibility on myself,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna book it and try and run away, and ditch his pan in like a sewer grate or something.
Okay, don't roll for it. This is fairly cinematic. We're coming to the end of the night, so you do that. You do see that there are police cars parked around the block. They don't seem to have kind of triangulated where you are yet, but they are actually out with gear. It looks like that's exactly what they're trying to do. You find a sewer, you said? Sewer grate?
Yeah, like a storm
Yeah,
drain, sewer grate, something like that.
Okay. Toss it in.
Toss it in, and I track back to the van.
Gantu, do you have another burner? I'm sick.
Now's not
every
the
time
time. Now's not the time, man.
I gotta download more space.
We'll buy
every
you a
single
new
time.
burner if we survive this. I'm waiting for Ivan to get back in, keeping an eye out for anything, because like they might be tracking that, but they saw our van, so
They did.
at this, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, the side door opens and closes.
Ivan,
Well,
is that you?
it's me, and I'll drop my invisibility. I ditched the phone. I did not break it or turn it off. It's in the sewer. hopefully they'll
It's probably
spend
only
their-
got like 10 minutes of battery life left, anyways, though.
Well, hopefully that's enough to throw them off for a little bit.
Are we next to a building? Like you said, we're in an alleyway between two buildings.
No, you're in a parking garage. Yeah,
We're in a parking garage now. Okay. All right. Are there any other vehicles nearby?
plenty.
Okay.
This is like a downtown parking structure, so all the people that work downtown or shop downtown are parked in here.
Let's go get another one and leave Bessie here. We can come back later, maybe,
All right.
if she's still alive.
I do feel better seeing that this was Lone Star, not Azteca. I don't
Yeah.
think they'll magically track us.
Yeah.
You think those are the guys I was talking to earlier?
Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely
No.
think it's your fault. And so I get out the vehicle,
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't
go-
saying
close
fault.
the door.
I looked at Ivan. Does someone have to be at fault every single time? Like this
When
the
it comes-
game that we play? Like
When it comes to you, the answer is yes.
Is this the episode where he gets a bullet through his head? Is it?
It's-
it?
At this
If we
point,
weren't at the end of the session, maybe.
All right.
you were just so happy to shoot my character in the head every single time you play with
So
me.
happy. Just cries for it. All right, guys. Well, we're coming to the end. Let's go ahead and call it here. Now, some of you did fail some rolls. Did you check off your experience for the failed
I
rolls?
did.
I
only at
just needed the
9.
one failure to boost up, so that's it for me.
Nice.
I got my 10.
I'm one away.
Captain Karayan, a mere 200 is the complication cost for these PbtA games, but we are at the end of the night. You feel free to set them up with a complication for next time if you want, but there it is. So, guys, let's go ahead and let's sign off for the night. Go ahead and do your pluggables. Chuck, what do you got going, Chuck?
Defenders of Cobalt, twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. You can check us out. What is today? Sunday? Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Central. We're playing some spectaculars. You can catch Jeff, Bert, myself, Jeremy from the Bluecast is going to be running it for us. Friday night, we're running Alien. We're kicking off our new Alien campaign, 9 p.m. Central, All Fear of the Ishtar. And then this Saturday, over on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official, Bert is continuing our run of Umerica. That's what we got.
Indeed. Jeff.
Adventures in Lollygagging. We're at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers. We play tabletop role-playing games on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Tomorrow night, you can catch myself, Bert, Chuck, as we play Things from the Flood. And then Friday, we got Delta Green Impossible Landscapes campaign. And Saturdays, we got Worlds Without Number for a science fantasy hex crawl.
Fun. Steven.
I play this as my regular stream game, so come check me out on twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder.
Tune in 2 Sundays from now if we find out if a scout gets a bullet in his head.
He won't. He's too likable.
So if you
Everyone
found
loves him.
our stream here, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Right now, Tuesday is First Edition Dungeons & Dragons. Friday is currently a Talisman Adventures game. That's been a lot of fun. Next Sunday is probably going to be Gamma World. It's my fun day. We just do different things on the off Sunday to this. So check that out. Check out the podcast at Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. And say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.